Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasanavadhanam Dhyaye Sarvavighnopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः शिवं शिवकरं शान्तं शिवात्मानं शिवोत्तमं शिवमार्गप्रणेतारं प्रणतोऽस्मि सदा शिवं सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्. Okay, so today we will have a very quick session wherein on the first day of this new year, for the entire year also, that is for this 12 months that are there of 2026, how can we take up different parayanams that are there, or you can say different kinds of chanting, this and that, how that can be done. So this is a very small session regarding the same. Now whatever little I know, I'm just going to share that with all of you. Yatha Shakti, for whomever convenient you find it relevant, you find it relatable, you can follow that. Yeah. So the main, I'll just give you a background of this. Now the main thing of this session is, now we have all learned various stotras also. We might be chanting different prayers that are there. We'll be doing daily puja, daily worship. But at times what happens is, I know 10 things, but when should I do what? Sometimes that is a big confusion, right? Simple example, maybe Ekadashi, right? It was on an Ekadashi Tithi, just about 1 or 2 days back, we had the Vaikuntha Ekadashi, right? So, what usually we do is stotras in praise of Vishnu, Krishna, Rama, Vishnu Sahasranama, maybe the Dwadashakshari Mantram, Ashtakshari Mantram, all such mantras have to be chanted, the Gita, Narayanyam and so on. Now there are many things, right? At times it becomes very difficult to chant everything together. So then what can be done at such times? Moreover, when this is one motive of the session, I hope it will give you some clarity over this. Secondly, many times it happens that we do everything, right? Like as a new year has begun also, there are different resolutions or different things which each one of us, we promise ourselves, saying that from today onwards I'll do this also. Some are successful in that, some of us maybe initially we do it with a lot of enthusiasm also, slowly it reduces, right? This is again human nature, it happens with everyone, nothing right or wrong here. But when we do all such things also, why can't for this year we dedicate, when we all know so much, or out of this whatever I'm going to share is, maybe few of us might not be familiar with all this, but still at least you can listen. So whatever I have listed down and will be sharing in the next couple of minutes is for whatever even audios are available, that only I'm going to share, so that even if you don't know to chant also, or even if you have not heard about it, you are not familiar with it, still at least you can listen to that. Yeah. So that is the main motive of this, saying that for the next 12 months or so, every month or maybe little few days up and down, we can dedicate to maybe chanting a particular text, maybe going through that and so on. Yeah. So I'll just share that later in the audio also. When you in the audio, all the details are anyways there in the description box of the video also, I will be sharing it. So let us start. I'll just share my screen, and also in the description box of the video it will be there, you can go through that. One second. So as it is listed in the month-wise Parayanam, I have just made a random list. You can choose Yatha Shakti whatever you want. So January, for this month of Jan, we will be, I have chosen Narayanyam, that is there, right? So for this entire month of Jan, we will be chanting Narayanyam. Okay. But for the next month also, there are other stotras which I have listed down. Like for example, February is for Devi Narayanyam, March is for Sundarakandam. Why March for Sundarakandam? Because you have the Ram Navami festival almost, which is there during that time. April is for Gita. April is for various stotras that are there. May is for Bhagavad Gita. June is for various stutis that are there. Stutis from Srimad Bhagavatam or any other small stutis. Stutis is nothing but small shlokas that are there, which is usually composed by say, like for example, from Srimad Bhagavatam we have Gajendra Stuti, or we have Kunti Stuti, and so on. So especially Kunti has written this small stuti in praise of Bhagavan, or Gajendra praise to Krishna, Vishnu, and so on. So like this there are stuti. Yes. Then various ashtotrams that are chanted. For example, Krishna Ashtotram, Rama Ashtotram, Shiva Ashtotram, and so on. So all these ashtotras that are there, we chant during specific occasions. Like for example, maybe there is a Shivaratri festival also, we usually chant the Shiva Ashtotram. Now please do not get confused between both. That is, Ashtotara Stotram is different. That is, Ashtotram is different and Ashtotara Shatanamavali is different. The point is, Ashtotram, in that the prayer that is there is in the form of shlokas, is in the form of verses. Ashtotara Shatanamavali, Shivaya Namaha, Maheshwaraya Namaha. This is Ashtotara Shatanamavali. Every Namavali that is there. Ashtotara Shatanamam or Ashtotara Stotram that is there, that is Shiva, Shivascha, Maheshwarascha, and so on. That is how the stotra goes. Yeah. So this is the difference that is there. And various Geetams. Geetam, for example, we have Krishna Geetam which is chanted, or that is in the form of small artis also. So for the entire month of June we will dedicate for that. July, various Sahasranamams can be chanted, like Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, very very common. Then we also have so many other Sahasranamas like Shiva Sahasranama, Krishna Sahasranama from various sources, Rama Sahasranama, Hanuman Sahasranamam, Guruvarappa Sahasranamam, and so on. August is for Saundarya Lahari. Saundarya Lahari, again 100 shlokas in praise of the goddess. September is for shlokas. Now there is a difference again between stotrams and shlokas. Stotram, for example, Lingashtakam is one stotram. That is a bunch of shlokas together. A bunch of verses together becomes one stotram, right? So various shlokas that are there, one day one shloka that we chant usually, we can do that. October is for Devi Mahatmyam, that is again roughly around the Navaratri festival time. Now in 2026, I'm not very sure when the festivals come in, I've just put it very roughly. November, something wherein if we complete the chanting part also, we can do even some Shravanam. So for in the month of November, we can dedicate for that. And Nama of Bhagavan is chanted. Now Nama, it is not only for November. Regularly also we do chant the Nama. So Nama chanting is simply any one Nama. You say Krishnaya Namaha, Ramaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha, Devyaya Namaha, and so on. December is for other stotras. That is basically, now there are many stotras, right? Now in a month when I have listed down anything, now we will not complete everything. Like April is also for stotras, but we are not going to complete everything in April. So again, this December we will dedicate for some other stotras, right? Now this is just, so with this, for this entire year or so, we just get an idea saying that what we can chant during these specific months that are there. So one entire month we dedicate for this, wherein for the month of January it will be Narayanyam, February like I told you Devi Narayanyam, and so on. Yeah. So this is how entire throughout the year we divide. So we end up chanting everything. At the same time, it is like the main purpose of this session is just a discipline that we have, which when we come together as a satsangam, when people like you and me, we come together and we do that with discipline, right? Okay, there are maybe 50 others who are doing along with me. Now no one is going to come and ask you, or no one is going to come and say, are you doing this, are you doing that? It's just out of interest and his grace that we come together and do such parayanams, right? So the main motive is like some might be feeling, why, like there are few few of us who feel why should, okay, for 1 month why we are doing things like, okay, why in Jan only Narayanam, why in Feb only Devi Narayanam, why have we listed it down? Many times what happens is, I know 10 things, like I told you at the beginning only, I know 10 things, but it is confusing, right? Tomorrow what I have to do, day after what I have to do, and so on. But when something is told clearly, saying that, okay, this month we need to do this, it becomes very easy, right? We don't have to think and rack our brains. Like I told you, it is just my rough idea of jotting it down. If you want, you can follow it this way, or you can even interchange and do whatever you want. Yeah. Now for the month of January, when I told you Narayanyam, now how? Now today is January 1st, 2026, the day is gone, right? From tomorrow onwards, we will be starting this. Now for more convenience also, I will be creating a WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group link, I will share it in the description box of the video, the audio which I will share later, and also in our other WhatsApp groups that are there. So you can also join that, so that if anything related material or some information has to be shared, all that can be done on that WhatsApp group. Yeah. So just for the month of January, I have made a list of how Narayanyam can be chanted. Again, this is there in the description box of the audio. Yeah. So for the month of January, I have just made a list. This is a month for Jan, wherein dates are there. From tomorrow onwards we start. Like I have mentioned, say January 2nd, we chant the first 3 Dashakams. Dashakam 1, Dashakam 2, Dashakam 3. January 3rd, 4, 5, 6. Now again, this I have just made a random calculation. I have not put anything. My motive was, we need to cover the 100 Dashakams in this month. Okay, so right from January 2nd till about January 31st, this is how I have divided the Dashakams. So most of the days it is minimum 3 Dashakams. Few days it becomes 4 Dashakams also, because we have to cover it in this month. Yeah. Now there, like we were discussing for Narayanyam, month wise, day wise, I have made a list wherein, date wise, sorry, I have made a list wherein you can see that every day about 3 or 4 Dashakams can be chanted. Yeah. So about, like today, day 1 is already gone, so we will be starting that from tomorrow. So most of the days, if you see, 3 Dashakams are covered. Some days I have mentioned 4 Dashakams. Now it is just a random calculation, like I told you. The main motive is to cover the 100 Dashakams in this month. Okay, so that's how the division is made here. Now few Dashakams here are small. Now this also, in this list, I have just put 3 Dashakams, or on a particular day it will be 4 Dashakams. But you can again do it Yathashakti. Like say for example, tomorrow also it is not convenient for you to do the parayana. Today you end up doing, say, 2 or 3 Dashakams extra, or something like that, you can adjust and do. Yeah. So that is fine. The main motive is, during this 1 month that is there, we complete and we cover all the 100 Dashakams. Right. Here if you see, on few days, like for example, some might feel, okay, I don't want to do this in the month of January, like I will not be able to complete it. Say for example, you are traveling, or there is something which you miss out. You can definitely continue that in the month of Feb also, right? But just to have that discipline. Now we have already decided for 12 months what we are going to do, right? So therefore, as far as possible, we should not take that to the next month. But of course, now there are certain topics, like for example, say Saundarya Lahari also, there are just 100 shlokas, right? So maybe it will not take one entire month for those 100 shlokas to be done. So there little maybe we can adjust with something else, or maybe take up a repetition of some other topic, like say Narayanam, again you continue there, or something like that. So let's see how things go in that month. So this is the reason I told you the WhatsApp group link, you please join, so that you get all this information, which will be shared later also. But the main motive is, as far as possible, in that one particular month, we need to complete this Parayanam. So my suggestion would be, on any day, if you cannot follow as per the chart that is shared, like for example, January 2nd, we are going to chant the first 3 Dashakams, January 3rd, 4, 5, 6, January 4th, 7, 8, 9, and so on. You can, if you are not able to follow in this way, at least maybe you can adjust. Like I told you, today you are not able to chant, tomorrow maybe you chant 2 extra Dashakams, something like that. it is always preferable to go in the everyday discipline. The point is ultimately, it's not that we have to just complete, right? We have to dedicate some time every day and finish the parayana. So it's just a way in which we put it so that we do the parayanam in a disciplined way. That's the main motive. So therefore, somehow you can adjust. Like again, if there is some Shaucham woman, you have your monthly cycle, something like that, you can adjust accordingly and do the parayanam. For those days you can skip and then again you continue from there. Yeah. So as far as possible, in the same month, we should all try to complete the parayana. Now some of you might say that I'm already doing some other parayanams also. You can see Yatha Shakti how you want to do. So maybe like every day I might not be able to chant 3 or 4 dashakams. Like for example in the month of January, I have something else already which I have taken up. Like some might be doing some Sundarakanda Parayanam, Srimad Bhagavatam, something like that. Then maybe you can adjust, say 1 dashakam only you keep chanting or 2 dashakams you are doing. But there are so many other things which we are anyways doing, right? So like this also you can adjust and do. Everyone might have their own things regarding this. So whatever I'm sharing, I'm just giving you an idea how you can take up. Yeah. So only for the month of January, I have listed it down for now. For the coming months, for the upcoming months that are there, once we complete this, every day like this, a chart will be shared at the beginning of the month on the WhatsApp group like I told you. So you can join there, and for the entire month you refer to this and you do the parayana. Yeah. So maybe like at every day at the end of the day also a normal voting poll kind can be shared wherein you have put in, or even if that is not done, it's okay, right? It's just not a compulsion also. Whoever wants to do, you can take up. Yeah. So this is the main motive of this session that we are having, wherein for the 12 months that are there, 1 month, every 1 month we dedicate for one parayana. So through this what happens is throughout the entire year we complete everything that we do. Right, so let it be Gita, let it be Devi Narayanyam, let it be Sundarakandam or Devi Mahatmyam, whatever it is. When we have something which is told, okay, today you have to do this, it happens in that way, right? Everything is ready, that is there, you have the text with you, you have the audios with you, you just need to take up the book and do the parayana, right? So that is the motive of this entire session also that we are doing. Now, moreover, apart from this, there are many things which we anyways do, right? I'll just give you a gist of that. Like likhita japam. To few of you in some other session, I told you that we can all take up likhita japam. Many of us have this idea, have this practice of already doing likhita japam. But apart from that, if anyone is new to this, you can start again from this new year. Any nama of the Lord, let it be your Ishta Devata, Kula Devata, Grama Devata, or any one favorite god that we have, or maybe depending on the days also we do. Like for example, Monday Shiva, Tuesday Ganesha, Wednesday Krishna, Thursday Guru, Friday Goddess, Saturday Rama, Anjaneya, Sunday Narayana or Navagraha, Surya Narayana, something like this, anything of your choice, you can just write the nama. If that nama is not there, maybe simple Rama Nama, that can be written, or Krishna Nama can be written. Again, it is not any number of times that we do, it is just simple, say 11 times, 21 times, 54 times, or 51 times, 108 times, or maybe some will not even keep a count. You just get a notebook also. Every day I have to write one side of the book. Yeah. So something like this also you can take up of likhita japam which we do, or chanting of nama, like for example the Mahamantram, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, that mantra, or maybe some of us might already have the Diksha of chanting few mantras, or maybe the Ashtakshari mantram, Dwadashakshari mantram, Panchakshari mantram, something like that you can chant. Or we already have a group wherein we are doing the Nama Japam which is being put. That link also I will share in the description box. So if anyone wants, you can even join that. So anyways, we are doing the Nama chanting that is there, which hardly, it doesn't take even a minute or so to chant the Nama there. So wherein you chant that Nama orally, or you even do the likhita japam. Yeah. So this is one more thing which we can do throughout the year. Apart from that, there are 2 or 3 things which can be taken up. Like for example, every ekadashi, like few of us, we are already doing the Gita Paranam, few of you are doing that live. But apart from that, every ekadashi, now in all if you see, there are going to be 24 ekadashis that come during the year, every year. So for every ekadashi also, whoever is familiar either with, now if you see, there are major few things which we have to do every ekadashi, right? Chanting of the Sahasranama, that is Vishnu Sahasranama, any Vishnu stotras of your choice, Krishna Stotras, Narayanyam, Gita. Srimad Bhagavatam, there are many other things which can be done. But to put it simple, what all of us can do is every Ekadashi that comes in. Now for every Ekadashi there are certain specialities. For example, like on the Vaikuntha Ekadashi, Vishnu is only worshipped majorly along with goddess Mahalakshmi, right? Vaikuntha Dwaram is opened, we have the Swarga Dwaram that is opened on this day, especially in the Srirangam temple. So that is the speciality of Vaikuntha Ekadashi. Guruvayur Ekadashi or Triprayar Ekadashi is for the Triprayar Rama temple. Guruvayur Ekadashi is for Lord Guruvayurappan. You have the Ashada or the Kartika Ekadashi for Lord Vithala especially. It is also the Deva Shaini, Deva Uthani Ekadashi, wherein Bhagavan gets up from Yoga Nidra, he goes into Yoga Nidra and so on. So like this, every Ekadashi has got its own speciality also. But in general, if you see, on every Ekadashi, what you can follow is for all the 24 Ekadashis. Now all this is at the year beginning, right? So therefore you can start. Every Ekadashi compulsory, you can chant Vishnu Sahasranama, right? And apart from that, now in all there are 18 chapters of the Gita, right? You start with chapter 1, okay? Start with chapter 1. So for the month of January, it is going to be chapter 1 and 2, right? So you can go in this manner only. Now those who anyways do the Gita chanting or so on, you can continue with that. You don't have to stop. I am telling all this for those who maybe wish to do something. But being the year beginning, maybe you start with the chapter 1. So chapter 1 and 2 for January, 3 and 4 for February and so on. So like this, about you will complete 18 chapters. Wherever you complete 18, again you start with 1, right? So Vishnu Sahasranama compulsory, 1 chapter of the Gita and any 1 dashakam of Narayanyam. Now anyway, for the month of January, we are all going to chant Narayanyam. So maybe you can skip that, right? Or like for the month when we are going to do the Sahasranama or so, maybe you can skip Sahasranama for that month's Ekadashi, right? Now Narayanyam that is there, for every Ekadashi, we have something called mini Narayanyam, which is chanted, right? So many dashakams together are chanted. What you can do is, again, you can choose any 2 dashakams, right? Now here how you can do is there are 100 dashakams in all, right? So maybe it is very difficult to cover in every Ekadashi that happens. So maybe the speciality, like for example, if it is going to be Vaikuntha Ekadashi, maybe you can chant 2 dashakams in praise of Lord Vishnu, maybe dashakam 1 and 2 or so on. If it is say Triprayar Ekadashi also, you can chant dashakams 34, 35 in praise of Rama, right? So something like this you can decide and do, or any 2 dashakams of your choice. For this also, for people who are getting confused, maybe you can again for the month of Jan, for the Ekadashi that comes in, you can chant maybe dashakams 1 and 2. For the second Ekadashi, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and so on. So this way also, either 1 dashakam or either 2 dashakams, right? So this is something, these 3 things is something which you can keep standard. Apart from this, especially for most of the Ekadashis, we have both the Dwadashakshari Mantram, Pranavam Om and Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and the Ashtakshari Mantram, Om Namo Narayanaya. This is always chanted, right? So for every Ekadashi, 12 times Dwadashakshari Mantram, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Ashtakshari Mantram, Om Namo Narayanaya can be chanted. Some might feel this, nobody has given me a Diksha or so, or the Pranavam cannot be chanted aloud. We cannot wait for people also to give us Diksha. If you get Diksha also from someone, for any mantra, you find an ideal guru, get proper Diksha from them, it is well and good. But if that is not happening, we are simply chanting the Lord's Nama, so it is fine, you can chant it this way. So 12 times, both the Ashtakshari Mantram and the Dwadashakshari Mantram, right? So for every Ekadashi, what we do is Vishnu Sahasranama, any 1 chapter of the Gita, you can start maybe from 1 from the month of January. Narayanyam, any 1 or 2 dashakams, again of your choice you put in, or maybe with respect to that Ekadashi speciality, or again you start from 1 or anything of your choice, any 1 dashakam. And Ashtakshari Mantram and the Dwadashakshari Mantram 12 times each, right? And then you conclude with Jai Jagadisha Hari Arati, right? Apart from this, anything else, if you are anyways chanting, you can continue with that. But for those who wish to start something, you can do this every Ekadashi, right? Now, after every Ekadashi, on every Trayodashi usually, if you see, you have Pradosham that comes in, right? Pradosham is very famous or popular for Lord Shiva. Usually it is done in the evening time. Now in some places they will do it late evening after 7 or so, but usually it is to be done during the horizon time. So not evening nor morning. So it is done around 5 or so, right? Now pradosham time is something wherein we pray to Bhagavan Shiva. So any stotras in praise of Shiva especially can be chanted during that time. Now for those who are working also, during that time I cannot chant those stotras. Maybe later whenever or in the morning only you can chant and you can go. Yeah. So this is something with regards to Pradosham. Every Amavasya and every Purnima Tithi that comes is once a month, wherein on these 2 days specially you have Lalita Sahasranama which is chanted. Yeah. So very very auspicious to do the Lalita Sahasranama Parayanam on every Purnima especially, and also on a Amavasya, also on one's Janma Nakshatram also. So some people what they do is, in your Janma Tithi which comes in, it comes every month, right? On that day they will do, or at least on your actual whichever month you are born, at least on that Tithi it can be done, right? Now with regards to the Rahu Kala puja. Now it's not actually a puja that we do, but every Tuesday, especially for goddess Durga, you have Rahu Kala puja that is done 3:30 to 5. 3 to 4:30 is the Rahu Kalam period every Tuesday. So during that time what we do is we usually light a lamp, and the very popular shloka in praise of goddess Durga, Durga Chandrakala Stuti, wherein the 16 phases of the moon are seen, and that's how goddess Durga is worshipped. This stotram is chanted, or any shloka, say the simple shloka of Sarvamangala Mangalya, that can also be chanted for goddess Durga. So every Tuesday during the Rahu Kalam period. Yeah. So like I told you, these are all various things which we can do. So I'm just sharing all this. It's now you might feel, oh, it is becomes very difficult to do so many things, right? But at least out of this you can take up any one that you like, or rather than saying like, whatever you feel convenient, right? Now each one of us, maybe we cannot do everything, that's absolutely okay, but there is nothing wrong in knowing about it, right? Out of 10 things that are being told, at least one you can pick up and you can chant. Like I told you, for Ekadashi you can do the Gita, Narayanyam, Vishnu Sahasranama and so on. Okay, so many things are not convenient for me, but at least yes, I can chant one chapter of the Gita definitely. Well and good, you can do that. Yeah. So I'm just sharing what all we can do. However convenient it is possible, you can take up that. Yeah. Now for every Anusham Tithi that is there, now most of us we already do the Anusha Puja. For a goddess, for Guru Mahapariva of Kanchi, right? Now, some of us already have this practice, or maybe in the nearby Samajam temple also the Anusha Puja is being done. But you can also start in your own houses, just a small Kanchi Mahapariva Vigraham. You buy a photo also, or if you have got something from the Kanchi Madam, you can even worship that. Very simple puja is done on every Anusham. That is basically why Anusham Tithi is Anusham, or Anuradha is the birth star of Kanchi Mahapariva. So it is just the Kanchi Mahapariva Ashtotara Shatanamavali that is just chanted on this day. And after every Nama, as usual, the Archana that we do. Now all these mantras and everything, I will again share the audio text on the WhatsApp group, so it becomes convenient. Now and then flowers or the silver bilva that is there. You go to any puja store also, you will get the bilva patram in silver. That is offered to Bhagavan, to Kanchi Mahapariva, while we do the Archana that is there. And you light a lamp near the photo on the Anusham Tithi. You do this Ashtotara Shatanamavali Stotram. You have Periva Pancharatnam that is chanted. And any simple prasadam is offered as Nevidyam. Or that you can even simply offer, say, milk, coconut, jaggery, or any fruits of our choice and so on, right? Now this puja that is there will not take more than 15 minutes, even if you do it every day. But at least once a month when the Anusha Tithi comes in, we can definitely do this puja. Just a Kanchi Mahapariva Vigraham or a photo that is there. If you don't get it from anywhere, get it on Google. You can take a color printout or so, just get it framed or laminated, that's it. And just you can keep the puja photo in the puja room. Every Anusha Tithi, you can maybe take out the Vigraham, or to the same photo you say offer flowers or Vilva Patram, everything, anything of your choice. Just chant the Ashtotra Shatanamavali 108 times and Peryava Pancharatnam. Both together will not take more than 10 minutes. Just offer Nevidyam Aarti also. simple way Anusha Puja is completed, right? Very, very auspicious to do the Anusha Puja every month, right? One more thing which can be taken up is the, few of you would have already done this, you are familiar with this, the Kamakshi Vrata Puja, right? The Kamakshi Puja, the 16 weeks puja that we do. I will share the entire procedure of it later on the group also. So for 16 weeks, what we do is Kamakshi Viruta, which is there in Tamil, and also Kamakshi Stotra, the normal Stotra. There are 2-3 Stotras, 2-3 versions of the same. That is chanted. Now this Kamakshi puja has to be done every Friday for 16 weeks in all. And every week we light a lamp. So for example, you start from tomorrow, you light a lamp, you chant, you again a Kamakshi Vigraham or any photo you can keep. If you don't have, again a simple thing, just Google, take a printout or so, that's it. And again, normal flowers puja that can be done. Naivedyam, Dhupam, Deepam, that is common. What you do is you light a lamp. It should be a normal mud lamp, oil lamp, ghee lamp, whatever of your choice. Tomorrow is week 1, Friday 1. You light one lamp near the Vigraham. You chant or listen. Now those who are not familiar with Tamil also, you can even listen to the audio of Kamakshi Virutam and Kamakshi Stotram both. After that, that lamp can be kept as it is. When we douse a normal house lamp that is there, you can douse this off also. Week 2, next Friday when you do it, it has to be 2 lamps. Lamp 1 and lamp 2. Week 3, 3 lamps. Week 4, 4 lamps, and so on, right? So like this, at the end of 16 weeks, 16 lamps are offered to the goddess, and this is how the Kamakshi Vrata Puja is completed. Now as far as possible, these lamps that are there, at least during the puja, they should not be used for any other purpose, right? So usually you can, some people will buy a new whole set of lamps also and use it for this puja especially, but you can use it during the Kartika festival or during Deepavali also, maybe during this puja period. Now if I say 16 weeks, is almost going to be 3 months, right? More than 3 months. Now in between, if some ashaucham or something comes in, it is okay, you can skip for that week and you can continue from the next week, right? Now this Kamakshi Vrata Puja can be done by both ladies and gents. There is no nothing which is said that only ladies can take up and so on. Even gents can also do this puja. Yeah, this is the Kamakshi Vrata Puja. Now I am just sharing, I just shared both with regards to Anusha Puja that is done and also the Kamakshi Vrata Puja. Now these are all just, you can say now how many, so many things are being told. Like again, these are all things which can be done easily, right? We don't have to put in a lot of efforts. Again, it's not just a question of efforts, but these are all simple things which each one of us can definitely do, right? So maybe now, like the Kamakshi Puja is there for 16 weeks, right? Anusha Puja is just hardly once a month. Kamakshi Puja also is just every Friday. Yeah. So all this is something which Yatha Shakti you can take up as convenient if there are no other things that are clashing. Now these are, I told you regarding the Parayanams, a few common pujas, vratas that can be taken, a few tithis which are to be followed. Like some people also have the practice of doing the Shashti puja. Every Shashti, God Muruga, Kartikeya is worshipped. Again the same procedure, photo of the Lord, Muruga stotras are chanted, Naivedyam is prepared, offered, and some people will also do the Shashti Vratam by doing Upavasam like we do on Ekadashi, or maybe not consuming salt and so on. So that way also the Shashti Vratam is done. Yeah. So these are few things that can be followed. Apart from this, everyday Nama can be chanted, likhita japa can be done. Then maybe even some text also, like say the Ramayanam or say Srimad Bhagavatam, they are all big texts, right? But from that, maybe before going to bed also, at night time or maybe early in the morning, some people have the practice of reading one shloka and its meaning, right? Or maybe just simple one shloka. Like the Srimad Bhagavatam Mahatmyam itself says, Shlokardam Shlokapadam va. Even half a shloka or quarter of a shloka also if we read, it leads to punyam, it seems. So this also can be done, not only with regards to Bhagavatam Ramayanam, any other religious text that is there, that also can be taken. Because you see the original Ramayanam of 24,000 shlokas or Srimad Bhagavatam 18,000 shlokas, maybe it is not very feasible to read it every day, right? And moreover, you can't even imagine about such things of, say, forget about reading it every day, but at least one shloka we can all definitely do, right? So these are all simple practices, simple things which each one of us can take up. So this was the motive of the entire session. The motive of this session is to start this year fully. So at least whatever I could, little I know, I have shared. You can definitely make some changes to this. So you can follow Yathashakti whatever you want. Please join the WhatsApp group without fail. The link is mentioned below. And moreover, the main thing is, whatever parayanams or so we have learned, we should keep continue to do that. And in this year, like we have always kept doing it with the Lord's grace, we should also continue to do more and more. And the purpose is just to set up, the purpose of even telling that this month we do this, the next month we do this, is just to set a discipline that is there and follow. At the same time, you see all this, like I told you for Narayanam, say 2 or 3 dashakams every day. It's like a discipline, right? It is not going to take more than 15-20 minutes or so, maximum half an hour. Even if you chant it in a slow manner, you do the puja, the aratis and so on. This much time we can all definitely dedicate together to chant the Lord's Nama. So this year of 2026, let us all start very, very positively by whatever other plans also we have for the year, that all will always happen. But at least our plan of Parayanam, chanting also, chanting his Nama is ready for this year. So with Bhagavan's grace, let us all keep continuing to do this, and Bhagavan should bless us to complete this as he has willed and whatever we have planned. Yeah.